Hello, welcome back to Insurance Talks. I'm Stacy Nicholson from CNR Insurance, and thank you again for joining our insurance blog here. Today's topic is going to be condo insurance, really how to properly coordinate your coverage with that of the master policy. We get a lot of questions from prospective new clients, even existing clients, as to how to properly cover a condo policy. And there's some really key issues that you really need to be aware of. One, when you're buying a condo unit itself, you definitely want to get a copy of the actual bylaws. You want to know what and look in that bylaws and find what the definition of the unit is. This way you can kind of find out what you're going to be responsible for. It could be everything. It could be walls in. It could be studs in. Why does this matter? Well, if you don't have enough coverage under your insurance policy, you could have some issues at the time of a respective claim. So, extremely important. A couple key points I'm going to touch on. One, the type of insurance policy you need if it is truly a condo unit is an HO6 condo policy. This is tailored specifically for condo unit owners. So it's definitely a product that you want to purchase. Sometimes it's funny, banks get confused and want people to buy a regular homeowner's policy on these units. It's not the right way to go at all. So really make sure you understand what you're buying from a property standpoint. But the HO6 is the right product. And some key coverages that you really need to be aware of. First one is loss assessment. You want that limit to be no less than $5,000. We're based in the state of Maryland, and in Maryland, the association can assess you up to $5,000 in the event of a loss, and that could be used to cover their deductibles, etc. So you definitely want to make sure you have that amount of money as a minimum for assessment. I typically it's not an expensive coverage, so I tend to kind of recommend people taking that up more than 5, because you're a unit owner. You should look at the policy that they have insuring the whole association, but in the event something really horrific happens, or a total loss, tornado, hurricane, and everything is damaged and maybe they didn't insure it to value, you could be assessed additional dollars to rebuild all the units, not just yours. So that's kind of how the assessments work. Second, a lot of the policies provide coverage for standard unit. So if you did have a loss, they would provide coverage to rebuild your unit to the way it was when it was originally built. But if you've gone through a couple different owners, it's really hard to know what original was. If you typically see redone kitchens, redone bathrooms, more than likely you have an updated unit. If you do have that, like hardwood floors, granite countertops, bathrooms are updated, I would definitely increase your building improvements and betterments coverage to a number that you feel comfortable. $50,000 is a kind of a good round number. Again, this is not an expensive coverage, but it's something you should be aware of, and you should definitely get pricing on. Another thing that's really important in understanding the unit owner and the relationship between that and the association is what else you're responsible for. A lot of these association policies make you responsible for your roof, for your HVAC system, for the decks. So those siding. So if from a maintenance standpoint you're responsible for it, from a claim standpoint you could also be responsible for it. So you also have to make sure you have enough building coverage built into this condo. Again, to make sure you can have enough coverage there to replace your roof or the siding. So just be aware of that. That is truly another exposure that you should be aware of. And again, that's not expensive coverage, and it's all the same. It's buildings, it's improvements and betterments coverage. So that's the coverage lingo you need to use when talking to your insurance agent. And I just need to get quotes. I mean, again, depending upon how much improved you think your unit has been, how big it is, how much roof space. If you are the end unit, you have more siding exposure. So just be aware that HVAC systems, again, these are all things that if something happens from a loss standpoint, you're probably going to be responsible for it. So just plan ahead. Again, the insurance on this is not expensive. So those are really some really key things to be aware of when you're buying a condo policy or buying a condo unit. So please, if you have questions, please ask. Again, we continue to do these videos for educational purposes. If you have questions, please post them, and we will definitely respond to you. And thank you again for watching our Insurance Talk channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.